Hello and welcome to Wakfu Beta look. So, this is the look at the Cra and how the Cra is actually going to be revamped in the next update, or one of the common next update. We never know with a camera. So let's have a look at it. Let's first look at some passive. So right, so let's look at the new archery passive. So right, this gives 80 dodge to control and +1 beacon maximum out on the ground. And if you start your turn with this buff thingy here, this is one of the new, what I call it, passive buffs that the Cra just have in the beginning. Pretty much mean if you start your turn or second turn without any enemies close to you with 3 cells, you will get this buff. Many other spells also use this buff, but however, this passive will give you 5% of your maximum health if you start your turn with this buff. So this is a pretty nice passive. Not like I must have it, but it's pretty nice. Let's go to the next one. This one gives you 40% distance damage. This is pretty good. And then 40% chance to do 10% final, 20% final, and 40% final damage. This can be really high damage if this crits on the right point. Alright, next up we have 2+ range, 10 crit, and 10 crit damage. I'll probably say this is the most important thing for the Cra at all. This is the most important passive, because range, crit, and crit damage is really nice. Alright, so let's go to the next one. The next one it's a little, it's also pretty nice, but this is more like a passive I would say you should get later on by the hint. It gives you 40% initiative, and each time you apply either reach, flamboyance, I probably pronounced that wrong, or rattling or bitter, then you will get something called sharpening. And when sharpening hit 100 stacks, you will then get 1 wakfu point and 40% final damage for your next attack. So if you time this right, you can do some pretty nice damage. And of course this one is of course I would say only get this when you have a range. So I'll probably say get this one first, because then you will get more out of this. This gives you 10% final damage when you're standing 6 blocks away, and 5 more for each cell more you're standing away from the target. Of course, there's a maximum of 40 maximum range. Alright, now we have looked at passive. Let's have a first look at the usabilities. Of course, beacon sneak is still the same as before. You get more dodge, however, when you use it now. However, Eagle Eye has been changed quite a lot. It is no longer a spell that you cast on the enemy. It's when you cast it yourself. It gives you 4 range for 1 turn, and of course both the reach and flamboyance, and also if enemies or allies are standing close, they will also get range. So that's pretty nice. However, it has a 3 turn cooldown, so. Next up we have the beacon. The beacon have been changed quite a lot now, as they have 10 charges, and they will now do different things compared to what element you hit them with. So if you hit the one there, they will put them away. If you hit them in earth, they will then give riddling and other stuff. Of course, the fire one scales with your level, so the higher level you are, the more damage you'll do. Alright, next up we have the incessant strike. I found this to be a little useless. It stabilizes the target, however this can be really good if you, as example, playing with a mask. This will actually do a lot more damage for the mask if you stabilize the target, plus it will get minus resist to MP loss, meaning that you can easily rob it from MP. And also it cannot just jump around the map if it's like a ninja mob or something like that. Especially against the cactus mobs, because they jump around a lot. This would probably be pretty nice to throw them. And then we have the old one where you jump back, and if you get it in high enough level, you also get 2 MP. So that's also a really nice feature. However, this also have 2 turns cooldown. Alright, so of course all the spells have been changed now. So when you're using air, you will stack the bettering debuff on the enemy. If you're using fire, you will stack the range damage buff on yourself. If you're using earth, you can both stack reach on yourself, what gives you single target damage, and you can stack what I'll call it riddling on the target. However, riddling has been changed quite a lot, and I think this is going to be nerfed because right now, this is insane. This is literally insane. Minus 50% chance to crit. So minus 50% chance to crit on the enemy. That is pretty insane. I don't know if it's supposed to be this. I'm just really lucky with crit. But this can mean two things. Either you get 50% more higher chance of critting on the target, or the enemy get 50% less chance of crit. So far, it actually looks like you have a 100% crit chance when this drop, and you have over 50. Let's see, I should have over 50 with this character. Yes, I have. Alright, so this is pretty nice. So alright, so let's just fast jump through them. Alright, the new air one, it pulls back 3 cells. Kinda like the same one. If you have this, the flamboyant stand, it will put bitter on the target. Homing arrow, if you actually hit ally with it, they will no longer block line of sight, so that's also actually a nice feature. Then we have plaguing arrow, no line of sight, bitter. If this is cast on a beacon, you'll actually get the Wakfu back instantly. But it's pretty nice. Let's see where, and the beacon doesn't even cost Wakfu, so that's a nice way to get Wakfu. If you really need the Wakfu, of course. And here we have poison arrow. If you have a high stack of bitternen, probably pronounced that wrong again, they will then get a toxic kind of debuff poison probably on them. And then we have the last one, the old AoE air spell. Pretty much the same. Does a little more damage and consumed in bitter. Then we have the fire ones. If you have the range dance, it will come the flame orange on it. And for each flame orange, oh, you actually have a lifesteal spell now, as you can see. What I find quite interesting. But moving on, if you have a blah blah blah, you will then, you know, blinding eye or something. Yep. Sorry about that. Alright, and we have burning arrow. That actually push you back now and is actually owned in a line. And if you have reach, it will also give you flamboyance. Next up we have explosion arrows. For each beacon in the area, you will get 10 flamboyance and you will do more damage. However, you can actually maximum place 2 beacons each turn. So, down to earth, you get wriggling on the target, and if it has bitterness or something, you will also get reach. So that's pretty nice. Then we have rain of arrows. I should have a pretty new cool animation, but kind of that might need to fix it a little. And again, if you have what's it called? I have no idea what that's called. But then you will get more wriggling, so it's a good way of starting high wriggling fast. Then we have a launching arrow that would actually remove an MP from the target. And also if you get this over 100, it will actually move 1 more MP. Actually, no. Looks like around 85? No, 80. Alright, if you get it over 80, it will move 2 MP. Oh, sorry. Actually, 2 use per target. Well, that's nice to know. Alright, and then we have piercing arrow. Piercing arrow is actually quite interesting now, because each time it rebounds, compared to how much wriggling you have, it will actually do 1% more damage on this first target it jumps to, and it will do 2% more damage to the second target it jumps to. So it'll actually do more damage for each time it bounces now. What I found to be interesting. And of course we have destruction arrow again, the kapotity-potity-pouty-poo, the big damage spell of them all. If the target has wriggling, of course you'll do more damage, and 2% more for each wriggling on the target. Now for my little demonstration that I found out was actually pretty awesome. If you go like start here, and I'm in range, good. You will then start with the, how would I pronounce that? Powering arrow? Yeah, powering arrow. Because that would then apply the bittering on it, meaning that the wriggling arrow here would actually apply 2 stacks. As you can see, this will now apply 20 stacks each time I hit up here. So, gonna do that. Then we hit it 2 times now. As you can see now, we now have maximum wriggling stack on it. And we have the sharpening arrow hit. So we're of course going to use this one to get the maximum damage, run as far away we can, and destruction arrow away. Pachoo! As you can see, this is a pretty awesome combo, and it's a 2-turn combo, and you then after that you can pretty much do the two-turn combo again, and you can keep doing it. So that's also a pretty awesome thing. So this is a half-spin look on the Cra Revamp as it is right now, and I hope that you enjoy it. Of course, I will go into more details when they actually finish tweaking it, because going to details right now would be kind of a waste, as they probably are going to change quite a lot about it. So this has been a small look at the Cra's new revamp version, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day.